Temu.
What's that?
I don't know, it looks like a 10 book rack thing. I don't know, bookshelf. What do you think is it?
What are the instructions? What?
I don't know, you can't even see
What
the...
is it?
Ah! There we go. First
Wine.
things first.
Yeah, it's wine. Look, it's a wine rack.
Yeah, so let's start with the wine, then you have coffee. There's the paper.
Yeah! Oh, okay.
But it's in Chinese.
I thought you were multilingual and Mandarin was your specialty.
Sometimes you lie on your CV just to get in.
Are you guys done?
Not yet.
Oh.
It's
Okay, let me know when you're finished.
it's in Chinese, we can't read it.
No.
I'll get us the wine to start with.
No.
Involved. I make this one now and I'll get involved. Yeah, that. We're building something.
We need you.
Cheeky.
Yeah, the phone ringing. I think the phone is ringing.
Yeah. You are not leaving me alone with this. I don't think he'll miss one. Maybe if we like start removing some pieces, we
No.
cut this thing down a bit just to like he doesn't know this.
It broke.
He,
No,
does he know?
I once had a bad experience with keeping stuff from the kitten. I'm not gonna do this for Temu Shorek. Yeah.
Since you've got it, I'll see you on the other side.
Nine. Kitten. One of the pieces broke.
They're broken on purpose because they don't want to fold it.
No, it's
Why would you do that?
Who do that?
Temu.
It's Temu!
We can duct tape that. Let's ask the deal to duct tape this.
Connect. With
This is how a
very
pro
good.
does it.
Wow.
So, you know, there's nothing is broken, everything is intact, unlike some people.
And we're sure that that's not going to be a tape.
I mean, yeah, unless it's very small bunk beds.
Yeah, cute, the little elves.
For you guys. Yeah. Let's take this.
I mean, it can work.
Or should we pack it back up?
Well, Lee, I guess we're done then.
No, I'm done. Definitely, I'm done. Thank
We
you.
haven't even started with that one yet.
No, you can carry on. You're the smart one here.
You're going to leave me to back up this all alone.
You're smart.
Lee!
This is you, the you wanna be, the better you.
I've always liked aviation, and so I thought, well, maybe I should make a plane. Let's explore. There was a company that had made a jet in ex-Soviet Union Georgia, not USA Georgia, and they wanted to sell this jet. It was quite a nice looking plane, but it was fairly boring. It didn't do anything special, and I thought if we were going to make something to sell to the whole world, it needed to be unique. I brainstormed a few different ideas, and I thought, well, you know, supersonic looks like a billion-dollar project. Let's look at vertical takeoff and landing. And at that time, it was before we had all the drones and air taxis. So all of the companies that have done that have done a lot of work for us so that we can incorporate that technology and especially the hardware and software to do the control automation. That's pretty much been done completely. We can now buy an off-the-shelf product for it. And so that's how we got into aviation. And then I formed a company, I called it Pegasus Universal Aerospace, and took it forward from there. We just kept going in cycles of market research, technical feasibility, and financial modeling and financial feasibility. And I've just been doing that ever since, actually. And I said to myself, if I ever reach a point where one of these three important pillars breaks down, I'm not going to keep, you know, flogging a dead horse. It's so weird. As I've been doing this and as I've been working forward, it keeps looking better and better and better. And so we just keep working. We wanted to be able to try to get money into the project, and we thought, let's package what we know. There's so many companies that are looking at eVTOLs around the world. Nobody's doing it here. And we thought, let's build something. So we took what we know, we packaged it into a two-man eVTOL project, and we started building that about a month ago. So you'll see a lot of that in time to come. Interesting because there isn't a law yet that covers the space between 0 and 25 meters. The CAA covers from 25 meters up. And obviously the police and Joburg Roads covers the road, But what happens when you're just kind of above that area? That's kind of what we're working on now, is the eVTOL of our own. And then we'll move on to the next step, is the new refined version of the VBJ, which has fewer fans, a more elegant and aerodynamic wing, and a high wing, which means you can also land with little obstacles around like fences. Here we are CNCing some frames for the eVTOL. That's the two-man flying vehicle that people can use to go around their own game farms. Similar to something called the Jetson 1, that you can fly without a pilot's license, because you're not flying high in the sky, you're not encountering all the same things like wind and, well, if you do, to a certain degree, the computers on board will take care of adjusting for it. So you won't sit in there and feel all of these fluctuations, because the computer is a lot more sensitive than our own brains. And so as soon as they start to get those fluctuations, an unintended shift, the computer will adjust, as the people will feel comfortable and relaxed inside of the vehicle that they're flying. So over here, so what we're doing is to get all these little elements of the vehicle machined with the minimum amount of waste. He's doing something called nesting, where we put all of these pieces together and then figure out the best way to run the machine so that we waste as little foam as possible. Then what we do is we start to clean them up and put them together. This becomes an actual flying vehicle. And the next step after that is to build a full-scale version of our vertical business jet. So that's the plane that takes 8 passengers and 1 pilot, flies up to 6.5 hours at 800 kilometers an hour. And that's the main job of Pegasus Universal Aerospace, which we started in 2012. And as we've been progressing, I'll show you one of the flying models we made hanging up there. This was a full-scale nose and cockpit that we built with fiberglass and carbon fiber. We've learned a lot. We've learned how to structure the wings differently, how we can make it better and more streamlined and more aerodynamic and get it flying better and faster and earlier and cheaper. And that's one of the big barriers when it comes to aerospace, is that things cost millions and millions of dollars until you learn how to do it for cheaper and figure out how to solve problems without spending that much money. And I think that's kind of like the gift that the project has given us, unintentionally teaching us to do that. And even this method that we're using now for the eVTOL is a moldless composite method that no one else has used before. So we've invented this process, and it'll allow us to build pretty much anything, whether it's a car or plane or boat, very quickly, without waste, without expense. So a lot more environmentally friendly, because you're not dealing with molds or wooden cutouts or anything like that. There literally isn't any waste except for those little pieces of green foam, and where we can, we salvage those as well for other smaller parts. It saves us like 30,000 Rand a month that you're not paying for in rent. And also I can come and check and talk to these guys in a way that I couldn't do if it was away. If it was off-site, I couldn't just pop out in between patients and check on them and then go back and carry on working. It kind of naturally fits together. I've got people working here on the plane, engineers, students. I've got people in the workshop. And then also, obviously, our patients come in and we see our other staff. And so basically, I think the only way that I'm able to do all of these things is because I have reliable people that I work with. If I didn't, it would become almost impossible.
My name is Dalil Matala. I'm an engineer here at Pegasus Universal Aerospace. I studied aeronautical engineering at Wits. I was actually surprised that something like this was going on in South Africa, something that's new and innovative, something that could potentially revolutionize air travel. I get involved in all the engineering related activities here at Pegasus. So everything from design on paper to drawing in CAD to manufacture. Because of the nature of the project and how innovative it is, that's actually what motivates me to come to work every day, and it makes things interesting. So the aircraft is unique in that it combines the convenience of a helicopter, being able to take off and land wherever you want, with the speed and the range of a conventional aircraft. It brings more convenience to air travel, so you don't have to fly into an airport. You can go directly to your destination. It's more point-to-point air travel with the aircraft that we're developing right now.
Is very much a team player. Whenever I come up with an idea, if it's a bad idea, he will help me assess it and we'll come to numbers that show it's a bad idea. And then we'll say, well, how do we change this? And together we'll work out ideas to make it better.
Shame, Dalil. I wouldn't say we're like close friends, but like, you know, you work colleagues, stuff like that. He always greets us in the mornings. Shame is very sweet. Yeah, he's always stealing our treats as well. We have a snack drawer and he would come and steal our treats. So I was like, why would you do such a thing? But Shame, overall, I think Dalil is very cute. I think he's a very sweet person. He's very quiet as well, but he can be sassy. So.
The Leo, it's a very playful relationship. He leaves like the raw meat open in the Paul's room. Not acceptable. That it stinks. They're like the chicken livers and the legs and the hearts. When yeah, Connie.
What I also like about Dalil is I can tell that he's a genuine person because I'll often find him with the foxes or the cats or the dogs, or he's got a very soft spot for these animals, and that for me is a big indicator of what kind of person you're working with.
He's a very ideas-driven guy. I appreciate that aspect of him, but when it comes to people who have a lot of ideas, turning those ideas into reality is what I provide to him. We actually work quite well together.
The first manned flight of Pegasus will be purely test pilots, but the first one with passengers, and I obviously by then hope I know enough about flying to be able to be one of these pilots that flies it. But I'll obviously be on the first one that has passengers on it. And I'll probably take our team, our engineers and students, the people who have been working on it, would like to be a part of it. And then the next one, I'd probably look at all the people who had faith in our project over these years. Things like the shareholders who bought the public share sales, anybody who's actually given us effort and time and who has helped us to move forward in this project will be able to come with us, and we'll hope to impress them. I do think aviation is ready for us to change the way that everything works so that we can do things less expensively, because I do feel like when you go to a restaurant and you buy a bottle of wine, the reason it's so expensive is because people don't know exactly how much it actually is worth. And the same thing has happened with aviation and engineering, to the point where we need to refine these things. And I think our country is not bad on the global stage when it comes to expertise, but it's also very well priced already. And so it's just a question of then directing those efforts and skills and talents to produce these outcomes inexpensively.